Just play.
I'm no warrior, I'm a chandler. Candles don't make very good weapons, you know. A group of us, we were fleeing from the trouble in Camlorn, but we ran into a fresh set of problems when we got to this blasted fen. As we made camp, some Bloodthorn cultists swooped in. They grabbed the women traveling with us and dragged them off. Our leader, Guy LeBlanc, heard them talking about a coven. That means witches and trouble. Maybe you could talk to LeBlanc. He's around here somewhere. We could sure use the help. We are way out of our element here. Go to Aldcroft, he says. It'll be safer, he says. I shouldn't have listened to LeBlanc. We're from Camlorn. There's been trouble there. We thought maybe things would be a bit more settled in Aldcroft. But no place is safe these days.
Of hand, come forth and destroy.
Clearly, brutality is the only option here.
These mortals are strong, but not strong.
I should never have suggested fleeing to Aldcroft. Brilliant idea, LeBlanc. Now they're gone. All the women in our group, kidnapped by cultists and dragged off into the fen. Yes, we should have stayed in Camlorn. At least my sister would still be with me. We thought we'd go to Aldcroft, but ran into trouble here in the fens before we got there. Bloodthorn cultists swarmed in, and grabbed all the women and took them away. I heard them say something about a hag coven in the North Fens. My sister Bethany was fighting them as they dragged her off. I don't know what to do. I feel useless. I'm not used to this sort of life. I sent the others to the Weiris camp nearby. Cultists? Bogs? Bugs as big as my head? Why, oh why did I ever leave the city?
stranger who isn't dressed as a bloodthorn? I don't know what you're doing out here, but you're a sight for sore eyes. Now hurry. No, I'm the Queen of the Nords. Of course I'm from Camlorn. Did my brother Guy send you? I gave the cultists a hard time, so they tied me up. They took the other women away, though. I think they traded them to the Bog Hags. The Bloodthorns have an arrangement with the Hags. Something about exchanging us for their help against the Weird. They even have a contract. I saw them arguing over it earlier. It should be around here somewhere. Please try to find my companions. These cultists are insane. But the Hags... who knows what they're capable of. I'll go find my brother. The poor sod is useless without me. Let's get out of here.
Found it!
My sister and the other women made it here. Everyone's a bit rattled and tired, but otherwise they don't seem hurt. Thank you. Weiris Emily says a hag named Mother Merc was likely behind the abduction of the women. I wish we could stop her before she tries this again. All this danger and adventure. We're so not cut out for this. Mother Merc needs a coven of hags. That's what the Weirises told me. The coven hunts women to convert into hags or thralls. The Weirises told me about the Reach woman, Sibelic. She knows how to deal with Mother Merc. She's staying with the Weirises at the Northern Enclave. Meeting you was a bright spot in this otherwise dark adventure. If you can stop Mother Merc, that'll be one less thing for us to worry about. You can find Sibelic in the Northern Weird Camp. Just follow the...
How invigorating!
So you've come to the bog at last. I've waited for your arrival. It was written on the stones and in the sky. Fate has led you here, just as I have foreseen it. You wish to resolve the conflict between the Weird and the Coven. Mother Merc's anger and darkness run deep, even for a Hagraven. She's powerful, and leads the Coven through fear and pain. You'll need this charm to defeat her, for she can siphon vitality from even the strongest foe. Kill the lesser hags and drain their power into this charm. But use the charm only when Merc tries to siphon your life force. Don't waste its power. You can find the hags to the west. Just protect that charm. It is your best defense against Mother Merc. have returned, and you are victorious, just as I have foreseen it. I sensed her departure. The shadows cast by her destructive anger will fade from these fens in time. Perhaps she will find peace in whatever lies beyond this plane. You did well, I think. She was a dark and dangerous creature, to be sure. I do not mourn her, but I wish her to be at peace. Mother Merc's influence on the hags was strong. With her gone, the balance of the fens will change. Indeed, with Mother Merc gone, the hags will wither and the weird will prosper. You, however, have somewhere else to be. I see a long road ahead of you, traveler. Tread carefully.
My brother was almost killed by one of Foul Chu's werewolves. I couldn't bear losing him, and I don't want anyone else to suffer such pain. That's why I'm here. We'll find a way to stop. I didn't think we'd ever find this journal. My brother escaped the mines, but one of Foul Chu's werewolves attacked him. He's resting, but he'll be happy to have this again. And I'm sure his notes will be useful. Thank you for returning it to us.
Don't recoil from me, traveler. I mean you no harm. I'm a spirit of regret, not malice. What do I regret? I regret everything. But most of all, I regret betraying Rosalind. Beyond lies Westry, or what remains of the place. This was my home, until the day the Nords attacked and the curse fell upon us. My wife, Rosalind, took up her sword. I should have trusted her, but I hid and prayed. A darker voice than Stendar's answered me, and the town paid the price. Rosalind fought to the end. When the Nords attacked, many of us cowered, but not Rosalind. She took action. Once they were Nord invaders, but now they are animated corpses and wraiths. Fight them, as Rosalind did, and relive her final moments. Find a keepsake. Rosalind fought... I don't know. While I prayed, she fought the invaders. I heard that she was going to light the signal fire at the lake to warn Eaglesbrook and perhaps compel them to aid us. Find something of hers, some jewelry perhaps. It may help. Oh, didn't I say? Forgive me, my memory is often as insubstantial as I am these days. My wife was the captain of the town guard. If you find one of Rosalind's keepsakes, it should help strengthen your connection and allow you to see her final moments as you follow her path. The stronger your connection, the better chance you'll have of lifting this curse and setting us free.
They see the signal in Eaglesbrook. Now I should go see Edgard at the inn. Make sure everyone is safe.
Who's there? Stay back! Wait, is that you, Captain Rosalind? For the moment. I haven't forgotten how to swing a sword, and the inn's walls are stout. Apothecary Muriel's helping the wounded, but she needs more hawthorn berries. She can't make more healing poultices without them. That would help a lot. Bring them to Muriel at her shop as soon as you can. And Captain, be careful out there.
I wish Leon were here. He'd know if these were the right berries. I have to hurry. The injured need more healing poultices. this will be enough. Leon made me a potion from these berries once. I remember now. This should do it. Now to head over to the apothecary. Captain Rosalind, I've been making poultices for the wounded, but I'm out of hawthorn berries. Hi, Mara, you always did have good timing. Here, let me prepare some poultices for you. If you can apply these to any wounded guards, they should be able to get back into the fight.
Another chance of perfection.
Here, this poultice should help. Stay strong. Have you seen Leon by any chance? Captain Rosalind, over here by the well. Captain, I went by your house to check on Leon. He was praying, but something wasn't right. He wasn't praying to Stendar. At least it wasn't like any Stendar prayer I ever heard. And I heard another voice in the house. It was alien, Captain. Evil. I don't mind admitting that what I heard has me more than a little frightened. Leon. Leon, are you here?
I forsake the mercy of Stendar, and deliver myself to you, Molag Bal.
What? Molag Bal? Leon, what have you done? I will not condone this madness.
Rosalind? No. What have I done? Rosalind, please! Now you know how I brought this evil upon Westry. Too weak to trust in Stendar, I gave us all to Molag Bal. Perhaps, maybe you can help us. You're attuned to Rosalind now. If anyone could break this curse, it's you! When Rosalind discovered what I did, she fled to the town chapel. She lost her sword after a battle with the Nord leader. Retrieve the sword and bring it to her remains. The sword's in the chapel, the building beyond the burial vault. Yes, you deserve the truth. Molag Bal turned Rosalind into a vengeful shade. He turned her into the tormentor of the people she fought so hard to protect. The sword might remind her who she really is. If not, you must destroy her and set us free. Please finish this. Retrieve the sword from the chapel and take it to the burial vault where Rosalind died. Do what I cannot, and face my poor wife's shade.
Belong to me.
Neither no longer.
You had the strength to do what no one else could, and now I'm free. You have no idea what that means to me. But tell me, stranger, why did you do all of this? Leon. I loved him once. Perhaps I still do. But there's the matter of Molag Bal to deal with first. Leon made a deal with the Daedric Prince, and despite your actions, that deal remains in place. My shade was only one aspect of the curse. There are also the innocent spirits of Westry, and the angry spirits of the invaders. Use my sword to make the town safe for mortals, or use this gem to set the innocent spirits free. The choice is yours. Then you must destroy the enraged wraiths, and make Westry safe for mortal travelers once again. But that will leave the innocent spirits of Westry's villagers trapped here forever, bound to the haunted town. Then you would free the spirits of Westry's innocent villagers, ending their bondage to this place. However, the danger to mortal travelers would remain, and the living will never find welcome or solace within Westry's borders. This gem represents Westry's torment. You'd use it to save us, even if Westry remains a danger to the living? Such mercy still exists makes my heart glad. Take the gem, and free the innocent spirits. When the deed is done, return to Leon.
Here! I've never known such fear.
The lamentations of Westry's dead have been silenced. Now I can finally tell Rosalind how sorry I am. Our torment is finally over. Rosalind has forgiven me, though Stendar knows I don't deserve it. Our thanks for bringing peace to Westry, and rest to us all. May you walk in Stendar's light.
Hacked the town and took control of the place. We've been sent to keep an eye on things, but we're not to engage the enemy. Still, something about all this bothers me. I just can't put my finger on it. Something's definitely not right in the village. Whatever the Bloodthorn are up to, it's taking a lot of effort. They're moving around a lot, and we've seen boats sailing into and away from the docks. Maybe the Red Rook bandit we caught knows more. He says his name's Tamian Sellen. We caught him trying to sneak past us into the village. Dame Clarique's convinced he's up to no good, but I'm not so sure. Maybe you could talk to him.
Please. They won't listen to me. It's true that I used to run with the Red Rooks, but I quit. I hate all the chaos they're causing in Glenumbra. Now I just want to help save my town. But the guards caught me sneaking around. They don't believe I'm trying to save the village. The Bloodthorn are gathering the villagers at the docks for sacrifice. They kill them and raise them as zombies. I don't want my friends to end up like that. My father's a mage. His signature spell is a spell of hiding that I know can protect the villagers. If you can reach our house and prepare the spell, I can rescue the villagers and meet you there. You just need to convince Dame Clarique to free me. It's called Marion's White Mask. My father loves to name his spells after himself. When cast on a building, the spell cloaks everyone inside in a shroud of misdirection. Makes anyone who looks see something other than what's really there. My father used to scare me with the spell. He'd cast it on his workshop and make himself look like a hooded specter in a white mask. We argued about it. A lot. I never found it as funny as he did. I don't know where he is. He was in the village.
As if the problems in Camlorn weren't enough, we have cultists and bandits harrying our flanks. I've been assigned to keep an eye on the situation here, and my vigilance paid off. We captured one of those Red Rook bandits. You talked to him, didn't you? Why exactly do you trust this bandit? I'm not even convinced there are any villagers left alive in there to save. We haven't seen anyone but the cultists. That's not going to happen. If you want to help, go to the docks and see what's happening. I'd appreciate any information you can bring us. I wish I could send a force in there and clear the cultists out, but Camlorn might call us back at any time.
way!
Any more trouble?
You cast my spell. The masking ritual. But why? My son sent you here? Where is he? Wait, there's no time for that. We must act quickly. The Bloodthorn must be stopped. The Bloodthorn have been draining my essence to fuel their necromantic rituals. They're transporting the animated dead from the docks. They've sent zombies as far north as Cath Bedro, and Daggerfall is next. I'm imprisoned in a pocket plane of oblivion. I think I can use the magic I still possess to collapse the plane and end the ritual. But in case I fail, you need to burn the Bloodthorn's boats. Don't let any...
Dame Clarique didn't expect you to go charging in here. She cut me free and told me to follow you. I heard you talking to my father. I hope you're not going to pursue his foolish plan. It's too... Oh, it'll work, but it's idiotic. As usual, my father only takes into account the big picture. He's going to collapse his prison. I'm not an expert in pocket planes, but that doesn't sound healthy. He's going to kill himself to stop the ritual. I can't let that happen. I'm going after him. I owe you, friend. We'll find a way to deal with the cultists. The Bloodthorn took control of a house in the center of the village. That's where we'll begin to search for my father. I'll get some things together and meet you there.
You will not have him! What were you thinking, coming in here after me? The Bloodthorn will escape! My son said that. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to berate you. I can still collapse this plane. The Bloodthorn may escape, but we'll stop the necromantic ritual here and now. I'll follow you back to the portal.
And that's done. I'm still fighting.
You made it. I was worried about you. Bloodthorn cultists followed you into the house. I got the drop on them and guarded the portal until you returned. They're upstairs. See for yourself. Now that my father is safe, I want to get out of Glenumbra. I'm through with this place. And I don't want Dame Clarique to put me back in chains. You should go speak to her. I need some time with my father.
We just watched boats filled with Bloodthorn cultists sail away from the docks. What happened down there? I hope it was worth it. Those Bloodthorn cultists will cause trouble elsewhere, no doubt. There's some consolation that you stopped the necromantic ritual, however. We'll take care of the remaining cultists and their zombies.
First we lost Camlorn, then they turned back our offensive. If we can't retake this camp, Valchu's beaten us. Nothing else matters until this is resolved.
Another wild theory. That's the third one today. Just don't get in the way.
If you can fight, and you know the difference between a Breton's head and a werewolf's arse, we can use your help. We need to cut through the werewolves and link up with our troops on the other side of the camp. Good. Help Shazar clear a path, and fight your way to General Mandin at the Western Gate. We'll rally the troops there and turn the tide of the war. Work with Shazar to cut a gap through those werewolves. We'll follow and take back what's ours. If you get through, report to General Mandin. I'd love to hear your theories, but it won't mean anything if we don't take this camp back first. We need to be able to reach Valchu to actually defeat him. Let's talk after the siege camp is once again under our control.
What? These cursed werewolves. How in Oblivion did you get in here? Gautier's retaken the camp? You must have led quite a charge. Tell him I have almost a full company of soldiers in here, and we're ready to fight.
The camp is ours again. I've never seen anyone fight like you. It was inspirational. Did you reach General Mandin? Good. Now for our battle plan. We need to take and hold the city courtyard, just inside the main gate. And we could use your help. We can't hold the courtyard unless someone locks the inner gate. That'll keep werewolf reinforcements from reaching us. I need you to get into the northwest tower and lock that gate. We made it in, thanks to you. With the gate locked, we should be able to hold this position. You're looking at them. We're all that's left. We can hold this position, but we don't have enough troops remaining to make a full assault on the city. We're bringing in more troops, but that will take time. Until then, we hold this position. We never would have gotten this far without your help. We sent word to Aldcroft for reinforcements. I'll take anything they can send my way. Now, if I could only reach my son. My son Darien serves as captain of the Camlorn Guard. We've heard that there's still a contingent of guards operating within Camlorn, and Darien is among them. If we could reach them, our chances of retaking the city improve dramatically. Darien carries the master key to the city gates. With that key, we can open both the central and eastern gates at the same time. That would allow us to attack the werewolves from 2 directions.
Good to see that you're still... If we retake Camlorn today, it will be because of you. But keep your wits about you. It's not over yet. If Darien's still alive, his friend Alanon will be with him. Alanon can be difficult to deal with, but he's the best alchemist I know. He's working on a way to cure the victims of Falchu's lycanthropy. With a few final ingredients, yes. My aides have gathered most of what he needs. Bring him these items, along with some fresh blood from Falchu's werewolves. Then, Alanon should be able to finish his cure.
Brings you to our pleasant little city? The war? The blood? The thrice-damned werewolves? That's the first good news I've heard today. But if you're here to take me to my father, you can get that thought right out of your head. There are beautiful women in Camlorn that still need to be rescued. In all seriousness, I'm not doing anything before we find a safe refuge for the civilians hiding in the surrounding buildings. The inn nearby should be defensible enough. And it's full of supplies. The inn's locked up tight and the innkeeper was killed trying to reach us. Get the key from the body and enter the inn. Then shine a signal light. I'll rally the civilians and get them to safety. We'll talk about my key after that. When the werewolves attacked, the damn bloodthorns appeared inside the city. It was as if they'd been here all along. I think they even opened the gates for the werewolves. They had a plan, and they executed it perfectly. They didn't start out that way, that's certainly the case now. A marriage made in oblivion, to be sure, but effective nevertheless.
Are you injured? No? Then stop bothering me. Now don't ask me to guarantee that this antidote will work. Falchu's spawn are unusually resilient. In a church? Certainly not. But I could do it at the inn. That's Darien's plan, to get us to the inn. Then we'll see about crafting an antidote for this terrible affliction. Darien talks of nothing but wine and women. But behind his bluster, he's a better tactician than his father. Though that's not saying much. What do you think I've been doing here? Making soup? Here it is. Go beat up on some werewolves until they're weakened, then douse them with this. If the cure works, they'll revert to human form. Then send them back here.
And here we are at the inn, all safe and sound, more or less. We saw the light and followed you inside. Not quite yet. We need weapons and armor to help protect these civilians. There are caches of Camlorn guard supplies hidden around the city. Gather some, and we can arm more people. Ah, the lovely clank of armor. Well done. When we get out of here, the first drink's on me. Now, the good news is I do indeed have the master key to the city gates. The bad news is your thrilling exploits have attracted Falchu's attention.
I'm taking notes on your progress. Just
The cure. Did it work? The real pity is I can't make more doses until we're out of here. Still, you were able to rescue a few of our citizens. Thanks.
You were too successful, my friend. And now Falchu is, pardon the pun, howling mad. A bold plan, especially for my father. If we time it right, it should work. But that doesn't change the fact that Falchu is hunting for us. Take one of these newly armed townsfolk with you. Have the civilian light the fires in the towers to signal my father. I'll take the rest of the civilians and my guards and unlock the gates. Oh no, you have something much more important to do. Once the fires are lit, you confront Falchu. Keep him busy long enough for our troops to take the city. I'll send aid as soon as I can. Now, don't be modest. You've more than proven yourself. Destiny beckons and you must answer its call. Say, that sounded rather good. I should write this stuff down. Oh, we can give you fire. At least we can once the Lion Guard archers arrive. Keep Falchu busy long enough, and you'll get all the fire you need.
Keep watch. I won't be long. I lit the signal fire. Let's move on. Keep watch. I won't be long. I lit the signal fire. Let's move on. Keep watch. I won't be long.
Begone, Ankoff. I did your bidding. The city is mine now.
You are still my creature, slave. I made you.
By the fuck! Dare challenge me? Prepare to feel my wrath!
Watch it! There's your target! Ignite! Draw back! Release!
You did it. You killed Falchu. Yes, my friend, but you turned the tide. We had all but lost the war before you came and showed us the way to victory. My son may know more than me on that matter. My only guess is that they sought to break the Lion Guard, divide our forces and destroy us. If not for your intervention, they very well may have succeeded. Yes, throughout Glenumbra, the Lion Guard is spread thin. And without King Casimir's full support, I'm not sure if we'll be able to deal with it at all. Of course, if I had a few more like you, we might just have a chance. We rebuild. Of course, we still need to deal with Falchu's master. But tomorrow is another day, and we should relish this victory. Well, don't let me keep you.
I didn't know Gloria was involved in all this. She does make wading through werewolves look pretty good, though, don't you think? Maybe she and I can get together later, share a bottle of wine, find a quiet corner where we can compare notes. I wanted to thank you, personally. We might have been able to retake Camlorn eventually, but it wouldn't have been quick, and it certainly wouldn't have been pretty. You saved lives, and that's not something I'll soon forget. I'm resigning from the Camlorn Guard. They need builders now, not soldiers. Besides, that Angoff thing is still out there. Someone has to go deal with that. Unless, of course, you'd care to tempt me with a drink before I start my heroic journey. A pity. I would have enjoyed sharing a drink with you. Oh well. Anyway, I failed these people. The werewolf slipped in on my watch. I need to make sure that never happens again. First one to reach Angoff buys the first bottle of wine. But in all sincerity, thanks for helping us. You really are an inspiration, and I should know, seeing as I'm pretty inspirational myself. Still hanging around, eh? Don't suppose you're reconsidering that drink? Ah, never mind. We both have things we need to do. I had a drink with him earlier today. Discussed our favorite foods, our love lives, his plans for world domination, that sort of thing. No, I have no idea where Angoff is. I will find him, though. That much I promise. A squad of Lion Guard soldiers headed north to track him down. There's been no word from them, but who knows what was lost in all this werewolf nonsense. That's as good a place as any to start. Maybe they found something.
What a terrible idea this turned out to be. What was I thinking? My dream has turned into a nightmare. I wanted to start fresh in Daggerfall. I even have a name for my new shop. Garments by Odai. Has a nice ring, don't you think? Then, disaster. I cut through this pass and ran into wolves. I was in a hurry. I had an appointment I had to keep. Anyway, could you help me? I'm ruined without my sewing box, silken threads, and book of patterns. Gather them and meet me on the other side of the pass. I'll take the long way around. As long as I have the tools of my trade, I can make an honest living. A good tailor is welcome anywhere.
I don't suppose you've seen a frightened tailor wandering about. His name is Odai Philippe. I'm his wife, and I very much want to find him. That sounds like my sweet Odai. Kindest man in the world, but as helpless as a kitten. We spent the night at the Lion Guard camp nearby, and he must have wandered off. He sleepwalks sometimes. Odai's not used to rough living. Oh, I do hope he isn't frightened. Even deer tend to startle poor Odai. I was taking him to my mother's home in Wayrest. She just loves Odai to pieces. I can better concentrate on my job if I know Odai's safe. Oh, look, there he is now. Poor bedraggled darling. Thank you for helping him. I really will feel better once I get him safely to my mother's house. I just adore him so. I'd hate for anything to happen to him. There you are, my poor darling. You must have been sleepwalking again. You were gone when I woke up.
Yes, dear. Sleepwalking. Again.
Was my little cuddle bear frightened? You're safe now. I'll get you to my mother's. Have you snug as a bug in a rug in no time. And don't worry. I'll kill anyone or anything that gets in our way.
Yes, dear. I'm sure you will.
Well, that's enough excitement for one day. Come along, dearest. The sooner we get you to safety, the sooner I can get back to work. Don't forget to thank the kind stranger for helping you, dear.
Thanks, stranger. For nothing.
Stranger, blood of the forebears. Engolf's minions are relentless. We were working with the wizard Benelay. I lost track of her when the zombies attacked. Now I'm the only one left. These cultists are desecrating our dead. It's an affront to Tawaka. But my wounds slow my sword. Blood thorns desecrate the Lion God's soldiers killed in the ruins. They raise them as zombies. If you use my sacred emblem, you can sanctify the corpses. That will prevent them from being raised as undead. Return. Have Angof's minions fallen before your wrath? You've done good and holy work, Troubled souls must be put to rest, so they do not rise again. You have my thanks for taking care of this for me.
Ah, a new recruit. If you're here to help, we could certainly make use of you. Aren't we all, my friend? Aren't we all? We might be able to assist each other, but we have some other business to take care of. We're dealing with a literal undead uprising. Our patrols sweep the wilds, while our primary wizard, Gabriel Benele, searches for a magical relic that will help. But I'm concerned. Some of our patrols haven't returned. The Lion Guard doesn't usually seek help outside its ranks, but these are desperate times. Do what you can to help any patrols you encounter. And if you run into Mage Benele, maybe you can help her out as well. Stendarr bless you.
If we must!
Thank Kennereth I found you. You don't know how many people I have met have been torn apart by these cultists and their creatures. I was with Wizard Benele at the nearby Maravex Folly, looking for an important relic. When the undead attacked us, we were forced to retreat, but the mage swore she was close to finding something. She did some magic thing and vanished. She said that a nearby crypt contained a relic we needed to defeat Angoff. I would have remained by her side, but she just disappeared. I told Commander Ailes what happened, and he said I should find you and let you know. The crypt's got to be somewhere near the ruins of Maravex Folly. She kept a journal that she was constantly writing in. I'm sure it contains the location of the crypt. Our camp is west of the redoubt. Her journal is probably still there.
Yeah! I hate meeting new people when I'm not at my best. Is my hair all right? Are my robes on straight? Commander Ailes? A good man, and a good soldier. I did? I knew I left my journal somewhere. But I haven't told you the most exciting news. I found the Midnight Talisman. With it, we can punch a hole in Angoff's barrier at Cathbadro. We just need to recharge the beautiful little relic. Do you like the name? I thought it up myself. Sounds simply ominous, doesn't it? Anyhow, it's a Daedric relic used to manipulate Oblivion portals. If you know how, you can use the talisman to get past arcane barriers. And I know how. The talisman would be the key to defeating Angoff. If its power wasn't depleted. We need to recharge the talisman. Then we'll finally get our chance to deal with Angoff and take the battle to him. I have a ritual that can recharge the talisman and restore its power. There's an ancient weird site on the beach near here. We can use that as the focus for the ritual. I just need to rest for a bit. Then I can get myself there and still have enough power for the ritual. Here, take the talisman and head on down. I'll meet you there. With the Midnight Talisman, we can finally take the battle to Angoff. You made it. No zombie bites or anything. I found an inscription in the crypt. It described the relic in remarkable detail. Apparently, the talisman can draw energy from the land itself. Ancient magic saturates this site. It's the perfect place to perform the ritual of recharging. I perform the ritual. You stand there and look heroic. Simple? Are you ready? Here goes nothing. It's done, but something's not right. That didn't seem right. The ritual worked, but something awful looked at me while I was channeling energy into the relic. I think there's something trapped inside the talisman. Whatever's inside the relic, it's certainly not friendly. We can try to dispel it using the weird revelation stone in the circle just up the beach. Put the talisman on the stone,
and kill whatever emerges. That will do the trick. Just getting down here tired me out more than it should have. I know you can handle whatever's inside the talisman. I'm pretty sure it's just a Banekin or a lesser scamp.
Ah, spiffing! More coin for your purse.
I see you, little mortal. I've guarded this talisman for untold centuries, and you hope to purge me from it? Never. I will personally send you back to Molag Bal.
You did it! Wings of Akatosh! What was that thing? Julianos, I was wrong about how powerful the thing in the talisman was. My apologies. Dremora? Oh, those are bad. Sorry. At least it's gone and we can use the talisman now. I have enough energy to open a portal for both of us to use. Are you ready to return to the redoubt? This is it. All our work has led to this. We're ready to confront Angoff and destroy him. Thanks to you, he won't be able to hide from us now. I told Sir Lannis what happened out there. You should introduce yourself when you get a chance.
Over here, we have much to discuss. The great King Casimir sent us to stop Angoff. With the combined might of the dragons, the Lion Guard, and you, Angoff will surely fall. Well said. But we can't just rush after the villain. First off, Angoff's toxic mist protects the approach to Cath Badro. It rises from his vines and sickens anyone who breathes it in. The wizard Benelay believes you might be immune to its effects. We have to chance it. We don't have any other options. A squad of dragons succumbed to the mist before they could retreat. Then that idiot Darien led a few Camlorn soldiers on an ill-conceived rescue mission, and they were overcome as well. I hope the soldiers still live. That mist is deadly. And that fool from Camlorn, what was he thinking? He charged right into the mist after them. They couldn't have gotten too far into the graveyard. The poison mist acts fast. Hopefully, they stay together. Once you get them out of there, we can plan our attack against Angoff. With the city liberated from Falchu, some of the Camlorn Guard came up this way looking for a fight. A noble named Darien was acting as their leader. He seemed very angry with Angoff. Something about werewolves. Arcade blind me if I know. When the king mentioned your name, the dog perked up and stuck with us all the way from Daggerfall. Looks like he's happy to see you.
Troubled times in Glenumbra, it seems. All I hear is bad news no matter where I turn. But the worst, as far as I'm concerned, is poor Crosswitch. The damned Red Rooks are what happened. They're trying to turn our town into their base of operations. They took over the mine and threaten or kill anyone who gets in their way. Tamian Sellen is organizing a resistance to take back Crosswitch. Perhaps, but these run-of-the-mill bandits are bleeding us dry. They're organized and dangerous. If you want to help, find Tamian Sellen at the inn. If you don't call attention to yourself, the Red Rooks will probably leave you alone.
Put to it!
soul is mine. I own you. Come, let us play.
I'm with you, cohort.
The plan is in place. You are but
Huh? What do you want with this old hunt master? Are you now? You're the first one today who still has all his arms and legs. Ah, these are pretty. Pretty disgusting. Here, take your gold.
Welcome to the... An adventurer from the looks of you. Live by the sword and die by it, as they say. What brings you to our humble camp? I might have something that will interest you. We captured a Red Rook messenger prowling around our camp. We think he was going to a Red Rooks and Bloodthorns meeting. Rumor is they're forming an alliance, but we can't get the messenger to talk. Might as well give it a shot. He's been telling us a sad story about his kidnapped family, but I don't believe a word of it. If you want to try to make the bandit talk, he's right over there.
Please, you have to listen to me. My family's in danger. No one will listen. I'll tell you everything I know, but you have to help me. I'm begging you. First, you have to promise to help me. I didn't stumble into a Lion Guard camp by accident. I came here for help, not to be taken prisoner. I had no choice. They're holding my family. The Red Rooks. I'm a tracker. I know this area like the back of my hand. The Red Rooks tried to convince me to join them, but I said no. So they captured my family and threatened to kill them. I want those bastards dead just as much as anyone. Yes, I'll tell you everything I know, but only after they're safe. They're holding my family in an abandoned house to the south of this camp. If you get them back here safely, I'll tell you everything you want to know.
You aren't one of them. Please, help us. These bandits grabbed us. They're using us to force my husband to help them. Yip is safe. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Come, Darciel. We need to get out of here and find your father.
They're safe, thank the Divines. And thank you for believing me. I'll tell you everything I know about the Red Rooks and the Bloodthorns. The Bloodthorns and Red Rooks plan to finalize their alliance. They're meeting in secret right in the ruins behind you. But the relationship has been rocky at best from what I was able to see. I don't think it will be very hard to force them apart. Just wiping out the ones at this meeting won't be enough. That might even bring the two groups closer together since you'd be giving them a common enemy. No, you need to turn them against one another. Of course. It's a great idea. Take my clothes and go to the ruins. Find Envoy Chaos and attack him while wearing a Red Rook uniform.
Bloodthorn, you are! The Red Rooks have betrayed us!
So, I'm going to take a wild guess here. All that commotion coming from the ruins? That was you. What? A job well done, then. No good would have come from such an unholy alliance. While you were gone, I decided to let Kip and his family go. Couldn't stand seeing his wife and daughter so distressed. I even tossed him a shirt and a pair of pants.
We can't resist much longer. Soon we'll be forced to answer their call. Our masters were the ancient rulers of High Rock, at rest these many years. Now, Bloodthorn cultists have disturbed the burial mounds, and stolen the ruling regalia from the tombs of our kings. The Bloodthorn drain our wills. If you recover the regalia they stole, and return it to the crypts, it will restore our leaders. They are strong spirits, and our joined wills can resist the cultists. I said, these Bloodthorn are nothing more than grave robbers. Take back the regalia they stole and return each item to its proper tomb. They hide the items in the groundskeeper's cottage, south of the burial mounds. To control our ancient kings, just as they try to control us.
That was intellectually stimulating.
I suffer eternal dishonor for failing my lady, the Emerald. She was our...
Once more, the Green Aegis defends its lady's resting place.
I am not your enemy. Wait, I'm not your enemy. I'm hiding. I didn't know the Bloodthorns were going to desecrate this burial site. My ancestors are buried here. My great-great-grandfather appeared before me. I made a mistake when I joined them. If I go back out there, they'll kill me. Please, help me appease my ancestors. The Bloodthorns stole sacred candles from the tombs. Retrieve them and light them at my family tombs so they know I still honor them. Look for the tombs of the Windvale Patriarch, Matriarch, and the Scion. They were very important in their time. I'd suggest honoring the Windvale Founder's tomb last. He was really angry, scared me witless when he just appeared out of nowhere.
Once again, the Iron King's flame will burn those who try to steal his blade.
What's this? You're not my idiot descendant. You're not even a member of my family.
You're placing the sacred candles instead of my worthless descendant? I can see that. So he's afraid to face his former comrades? He should fear the wrath of the angry dead more. Still, he has made an effort. Return to Harald. Tell him to renounce the cult and continue to make amends, or he'll suffer the vengeance of the dead. Now go. I wish to return to my rest.
What did great-grandfather tell you? Am I back in good graces? I renounced the cult and promised to honor my ancestors, but from a much safer distance. I'll make my way out of here. Maybe go to Daggerfall or start a new life somewhere else. No more cults for me, not even benign ones.
Once more, the Ivory Lord's tusk defends his treasures. Sheathe your weapon. I may be dead, but I am not your enemy. Mortal, know that I am Donel Dellen, once King of Daggerfall. Your deeds have not gone unnoticed, and I thank you for your help. However, the danger has not passed. These necromancers plan to enslave us and turn us against our descendants. The Bloodthorn no longer desecrate our tombs, but our faithful knights are still at risk. The grave robbers use soul-twisting sorcery to enslave them. Slay these Bloodthorn cultists. Rescue the spirits they are trying to enslave. To my great sorrow, Sir Grandin has already heeded their evil call. Find his tomb to the east and destroy him. Slay the Bloodthorns.
To my lords.
We'll make good. Far better than those asinine archaean archmages.
Thank you, champion. Your help is greatly appreciated.
At long last, my thoughts are once again my own. Thanks to you.
You return. My brother and sister monarchs await word of your success. We knew you could defeat the Bloodthorn cultists. And now, the time has come. Please remain and bear witness. Without your aid, we'd be slaves, forced by the Bloodthorns to smite our own descendants. Even kings may bend a knee to those they honor. Release us to our final rest. Have we your leave to depart? Farewell, mortal. Your actions this day shall prove a decisive blow to the Bloodthorn cult and their evil master.
Well, look who's here. I should have known you'd be making Angolf's life miserable. Camlorn wasn't enough for you, eh? Say, these mists are poisonous. Why aren't you affected? I wish I knew. I didn't think. I just rushed in to help the Dragon Knights. My guards started gasping and falling to the ground, just like the Knights. But not me. These are the only survivors. But I don't think they'll last much longer. The mist is thicker toward the gate. They won't survive passing through it again. But the mist doesn't seem to affect the necromancers. Those amulets must protect them. Kill a few, take their amulets, and give them to the Knights. Better grab a couple of extras just in case anyone shows up while you're gone.
These soldiers won't last much longer, and I don't have enough magic to extend my ward to protect them. Darian told me about the amulets. Did you get them? With any luck, they'll work like the talisman you're carrying. Perfect. Thank you. I'll put them on the wounded knights, and Darian can lead them to safety. Do you have any more? I might be able to use them to clear the mist. If I merge them and cast an amplification spell, I can increase the size of my protection ward. If I can get to a central point and hold the spell long enough, our troops will be able to get in. You just need to do— Good. Meet me at the center of the graveyard. When Angoff notices what I'm doing, he's bound to send someone to stop me. If they interrupt me while I'm casting, the spell will fail, and that won't be good. Quickly now, before Angoff knows we're here. Are you ready to begin? Remember that I can't defend myself while I'm performing the ritual. You have to stay close. You need to stay close. You have to keep them away from me until I complete the ritual. Before anything else tries to stop us. That takes care of the mist, but who knows for how long. Let's not waste this opportunity. This next bit is critical. I've seen what you can do, so I know you're up to it. Besides, we'd never have made it this far if not for you. You won't be able to just walk into Angoff's parlor and challenge him to a duel. He has minions. His kind always has minions. But don't let that stop you. We've come too far not to try to finish this. I'll follow you as soon as the soldiers get here. Oh, even better. Take this binding stone. Find a secure location inside the catacombs and use it to call me to you. I'll even bring some of the soldiers with me. Some of the dead were protected by wards designed to prevent desecration. Look for a tomb with these wards and use the stone there. That should be safe enough for my purposes.
A most gratifying resolution.
Tranquility.
Good. You found the perfect spot for... Wait, where are the others? Yes, Sir Lannis and his knights volunteered to come with me. But I only see Dame Alexine. There must have been too many of us for the Binding Stone. This isn't good. The other knights could have been scattered throughout the crypts. Good. But listen, there's only one way to get out of these crypts. You have to kill Angoff. I don't have any other way to deal with his various protections and defenses now that I'm down here. He dies, or we never leave. Those are our choices.
tavern, I said. Meet me in a tavern. There's no ale down here. Just zombies and tentacles. And where are the serving wenches? You promised me serving wenches. Oh well, at least your timing is perfect. Dear Gabrielle's spell seems to have misfired. Luckily, a few of us were able to find each other. I also convinced the Bloodthorn cultist to tell me how to reach Angoff. I can be very persuasive when I put my mind. 3 locks protect Angoff's inner sanctum. I doubt that even you can get in there by simply knocking. You need 3 shard keys to open the locks. They're well guarded, so you're gonna have to kill a few things to get them. I wish I could aid you, but I'm needed here. Lannis is good with a sword, but I'm better. I'll protect the survivors.
Wizard Benelay said you'd gotten inside and were hunting Angoff. We wanted to help, but I hope we haven't done more harm than good. We met Wizard Benelay outside. She said you'd use a binding stone to call us. Then suddenly we were down here in the dark and surrounded by a horde of undead. The rest of the contingent must be somewhere nearby. My best guess? Deeper inside the catacombs. If you find any knights, send them this way. I'll hold the passage with this overconfident fool and his crazy friend. When they aren't flirting, they both fight like a whole platoon of orcs.
Stay back. This area's trapped. Don't get caught like I did. I've been watching to see how it works. The trap has... After each trap fires, there's a brief moment when you can disarm it. During this moment, you have to defeat its guardian. It's the only... So, I'm not the only one left? That's good to hear. I'm pretty exhausted, but... One who wishes to destroy my master. I know what you seek. I would tell you if I could. The shard key is bound to my spirit, as surely as I am bound to guard it. But I wonder, will you listen to a riddle? A useful riddle? What cannot be said directly may be hinted at. Listen then. Rot and death are Angoff's guise. Living flesh holds his demise. I must release the shard to the one who brings me what the living flesh beyond this crypt holds. I cannot say directly, only through riddle. Seek what differs in the next room. Take what the living flesh holds, then unbind me with it. That spirit, his gaze, so hard and cold. He won't stop looking at me. He looks right through me. They're here? That's great news. I'll go find them in a moment. But be careful around this spirit. I think he's cursed me already. My mind is blue and cold. Come to destroy my master? I know what you seek. I would tell you a simple riddle, yet you already... Yes, but take care what you say. The words must be repeated exactly as written. You come? Yes. But take care what you say. Ah, it's done! Thanks, Stendarr. Here, take the shard key. I am free to ascend at last. Destroy Engoff. Avenge me and the others that have fallen victim to his crimes. Thanks, Stendarr.
By the eight, never creep up on a person. You're likely to get beheaded. You must be Wizard Benele's friend. You're the mad fool who went into the catacombs ahead of us, aren't you? By the way, did the other knights make it? That binding spell seemed to throw me a bit short of the mark. I'll head out as soon as I see a clear path. A word of warning, though. The lurcher in the chamber ahead is extremely tough. I'd keep it away from the totems surrounding it if you plan to challenge it. I'll do that. With luck, we'll regroup and follow right behind you. Good luck, friend.
We'll do what we can to help. Just stay away from his vines.
So you are the vain fool who seeks to fly Glenumbra from my grasp. After I kill you, I shall raise you up and make you my slave. You and your friends will all die.
You did it! Now hurry. Through the portal you go. Well, that was fun, wasn't it? All right, maybe fun isn't the right word, but you were glorious. Engoff is finally dead. We can't thank you enough for what you've done. The others have all collapsed in their tents. They're exhausted, but I wanted to welcome you back. And Sir Lannis wants to talk to you. He's telling the Lion Guard commander what happened. Who knows? Maybe he wants to give you a medal or something. Well, go on. We'll be fine. I promise.
The king will be grateful for what we've done here. Some of Angoff's minions are still running loose, but it's nothing we can't handle. Maybe things will finally return to normal now. Without Angoff's magic, hopefully the vines will wither and die. If not, I'm sure the Mages Guild can conjure up a spell to clear them away. I'm not too concerned about them. Yes, but I can't put my finger on it. We've heard rumblings that things up north aren't looking any better. Not necessarily vines and such, but there are whispers of other things out there that we need to be concerned about. I hear there's trouble in Koglin village. Something bad is happening up there. But don't worry about that right now. We just saved the people of Glenumbra. We should be celebrating. Now, where did I put it? The king set aside this armor for the champion who defeated Engoff. It was a treasure of Daggerfall, and now it belongs to you. It's your reward for all you've done for this land and its people. May luck follow you wherever you go.
Sir! Sir, They took him, sir. The captain... They came at night. We were returning from Daggerfall when our caravan was attacked. Bretons fighting with Daedra at their side. Killed most of us, but the captain, he... Stormhaven. Ruins. Near the border. They took him there.
Good day to you. Have you come at the summons of her ladyship? Lady Laurent, a Daggerfall noble who collects ancient artifacts. She's come to the tombs in search of lost treasures. I only hope she hasn't gotten into trouble again. Well, supper is nearly ready. It's not like her ladyship to be late for dinner, especially when she asked me to open a bottle of her finest wine. Do you suppose something unpleasant might have befallen her in the tomb?
You've come to the tomb for treasure, of course. Everyone does. In life, I was the royal seneschal of King Anton of Daggerfall. I died in this tomb along with my king. His Majesty's bones have turned to dust, but I remain. Perhaps we can help each other. A noble with delusions of treasure hunting entered the tomb earlier. I can help you find the vault she seeks. In return, you shall help me. Let's make sure you actually have the skills I require before we discuss that. I want to see how you deal with the traps my former liege put in place. Go, speak to the lady. We shall talk more later.
Ah, another adventurer. Of course you know who I am. I'm famous, as you know. When it comes to ancient artifacts, no one in Glenumbra has more expertise than I do. Ah, excellent. My other assistant has been... well, I suppose the technical term is consumed. I told her not to get so close to that giant lizard. Anyway, I could use your help. I'm going to recover the legendary jeweled crown of Anton. Well, as soon as we can get into the locked vault. I understand the place is filthy with traps and undead creatures. You see where I'm going with this, don't you? Ah, you do understand. 4 keys open the vault. The keys of flames, blades, strife, and crowns. 3 of the keys are hidden in this tomb. I have the 4th key. It's an heirloom. Been in my family for generations. Take it, and get the other keys.
Well, what did you get?
A king must tend to each of the bright flames of his kingdom equally. A king must be neither too close nor too distant from those who serve his kingdom. A king must use tactics and strategy, never risking his kingdom with reckless actions. With blade, a king defeats his enemies. In flames, a kingdom is forged. You have passed the trial of kings. The vault shall open. Approach the vault. I will speak to you there. I helped you get this far, so return the favor and free me from this prison. I can't enter the vault, so listen well. There are 2 crowns inside, but you may take only one. One is King Anton's jeweled crown. The other bears the curse that binds me here. I want you to take the cursed crown. No, your soul is already trapped elsewhere. But if anyone else touches it, they will be bound here. They will take my place, and I will be free. Greed and cowardice have a price. She craves this tomb's treasures, but she wants you to take the risks. I would consider this justice.
You're back. And in attack. That's it. The jeweled crown of Anton. You're quite the capable dungeon delver. Please, place the crown on the table so that I can look upon its splendor. Stibbons, could you come and put this lovely crown away, please?
Of course, my lady.
This is pleasant. Now we just need to brew up some tea.
Why? Why isn't he bound?
There we are, my lady. Safe and sound.
No, that's not the right crown! You betrayed me! Betrayed me!
Inflicted by Angof's minions fester rapidly. They're difficult. This is interesting. We suspected the Red Rooks of collaborating with the Bloodthorns, but it's heartening to know that their alliance is fragile. We can use this to our advantage, and I can also make good use of these healing recipes.
I regret the day I ever involved myself with these Red Rook bastards. By the 8, this ends here. We could use the help. These damned Red Rooks. They destroyed my town, and now they're trying to take over Crosswitch. I made a vow. I will have my revenge. I'm going to rally the people of Crosswitch to take back their town. The townsfolk are scared. If they stick their necks out, they end up as slaves in the mines. Or worse. We need the support of the town council. The few that haven't been dragged off to the mines need to show the people how to stand up to these curs. We need the support of the town council. Without them, the rest of the townsfolk will be too afraid.
Did you meet with Tamian Sellen? He's got the right idea. Time to take back this town. The Red Rook and forces have threatened, extorted, or beaten us at every turn. They claim it's for our own protection, but they just want our gold. They're not even honest about their thievery. I say it's time to fight back. That's what I wanted to hear. If you stand up to those greedy bastards, it will show the rest of the town that we can take back Crosswitch.
They killed Isif. They gave Gelves everything he demanded to keep the townsfolk safe, even surrendered his own house. They killed Isif anyway. Our beloved mayor. They killed him in cold blood. Weren't you listening? They killed him. First they ran the watch out of town. Then they took over our businesses. Now they murdered the mayor. They extort, threaten, and murder to their heart's content. And no one can stop them. Are you mad? Everyone who tried is either dead or enslaved in the mines. We can't win. The Red Rooks are too powerful. I just lost my best friend. I don't want to lose anyone else. You didn't even know him. No, you're right. Isif wasn't a soldier, but he was a strategist. He was trying to work around these bastards. The least I can do is continue what he started. I'll do whatever Sellen asks.
They want to
You'll
fight,
die for
do they?
interfering with the Red Rooks!
To the side! I can't thank you enough.
Feeling hostility. Red Rooks now.
Who are you? Another Red Rook dog barking for its masters? I've got bad news for you, Hound. I'm fed up. Whatever you want, the answer is no. Oh? Well, why didn't you say so? The Red Rooks took over my mine. They're forcing the miners to work until they drop. You want to stop the Red Rooks? How about running them through with a sword? That'd be damn useful. Not sure I entirely trust that young fellow. But standing around doing nothing doesn't sit well with me either. I'm not much use in a battle, but I can spread the word. We'll raise an army to deal with these Red Rooks. Let Sellen know I'm with him. We'll stick a hot poker in the backside of that pompous Sternus Gelves and the rest of his beef-witted Red Rooks. Did you teach those Red Rooks a lesson? I don't know what happened to us. We're mountain folk and miners. We shouldn't be so easily cowed. You've given us back our courage. Thank you.
Blessed Mara, why is this happening? What did we do to deserve this trouble? You better go. They'll be back at any moment to demand more gold from me. Are you mad? Sellen wants the people to rise up and fight. That would be suicide. Still, the Red Rooks harass me every day, demanding more and more gold. Oh no, I think I hear them now. You probably think I'm just foolish, imagining Red Rooks around every corner. But those nasty bandits are rude, greedy, and dangerous. I don't want to end up poor and destitute. Your willingness to help shames me. You're right. I must be strong if we are ever to feel safe again. I'll find a way to help you and Selen. I can spread the word that we're going to fight back.
I have some good news and some bad news. The good news is that the people have begun to rally around the idea of resisting the Red Rooks. The bad news is the Red Rooks have taken notice. This is just the thing we need to inspire the people. Now the Resistance can get to work on getting rid of the Red Rooks. Anyone who stands up to Sternus Gelvs ends up in the Crosswitch mines. He works as prisoners to death down there. We need to close the mines and take that resource away from the Red Rooks. The Red Rooks took control of the mines when they arrived. They worked the miners night and day. And they also use the mines as a prison for anyone who causes trouble. Counselor Leah, Smith Suriel, and Len the Innkeeper were all sent into the mines. That would be perfect. If you can free Len, Suriel, and Counselor Leah, the entire town will gain confidence. Let them know we're organizing. Maybe help some of the miners as well. Talk to any miners you can get close to without arousing suspicion. Let them know we're organizing. Or just kill the Red Rooks in the mine. Miners will try to escape if you clear a path for them. Your actions will raise the town's morale, I'm sure of it. I heard you spoke to Marenter Gent. That means we'll soon have more strong hands to help us oust these black-hearted rogues.
Who rang the bell? Is there a cave-in? You! Get away from that bell! How you handle cave-in?
I've heard your praises from a number of rescued miners. Well done. Blaze? Dead? That's good news. I've sent some of the miners to Counselor Virgil to recover. As soon as they're able, they'll return to the mine and clear out the rest of the Red Rooks. Well done, my friend. It's time. The people of Crosswitch have taken up arms and are ready to retake their town. He's taken over the mayor's house. Since the resistance started, he never leaves the place. You'll have to fight through his personal guards to reach him. Fortunately, you'll have some... The resistance has grown thanks to you. If you want help, use this whistle in front of the mayor's house. Anyone nearby will come to help. Find me when Gelvs is finished. Meanwhile, we'll start removing the Rooks out here. We've got them on edge.
You may have beaten my guard, but you can't defeat me.
Thanks to your efforts, order and peace are restored. Crosswitch will be back to normal in no time. At last, Sternus Gelvs has paid for his crimes against Crosswitch, Eaglesbrook, and my family. This town and I owe you for that.
Time for me to head back to the mine. We'll take care of any Red Rooks stupid enough to stick around.
We need to make plans. This sort of thing must never happen to Crosswitch again.
Perhaps I could help you with that.
I was rather hoping you'd say that. Come, we should get started right away.
Save us from Daedra.